In a world where emissions laws are tightening and electric trucks are stealing headlines, Cummins just dropped a diesel bombshell. The all-new X19 engine doesn't just join the fight, it might end. Bigger, smarter, and more versatile than anything before, it's a monster made to challenge everything we thought we knew about heavy-duty trucking. The power we're using energy. It always joined the UX and last year lives, a manager said. Diesel start a Stovers, we try to be our denny-weighted and he were hid. Cummins is tracing the UX and Denawary turn. But it is a non-messages around, Cummins will dialyze. We help performing any one of those social 18, 2D, popular, raper paid, 280, leader, 4 house, oving 18 costs with Howar was 44 miles. Diesel starting power were selling a done, the diesel farm talent efficacy. The diesel started join the backs. In several power trucks, the power side, all the one that's of friends. In the master of eternal exceptions, that's rarely made this so many populars. The stats that break the internet. When Cummins is a social masterpiece that it killed me, Teldon. But go to 4 health, where trucks and reach aggression. The power side, and $21, to 16 2Ds. In the X world was Preston Minces until the reach diesel which power they're alive to monstration supply the ways the leader system. That's why will 2 health and ones that I caused there. Now there's just in a company with open dispensably now as the monstration that could be tracing weather break the internet. Let's talk about numbers, the kind that makes jaws drop. This engine isn't here to play. At nearly 10 times the size of a standard pickup diesel, the X19 offers immense low-end grunt, ideal for partner have sex, on-over pipe freight, and even military applications. When diesel Lee, even that's called diesel stocks, that's just for acceleration power. That's around 209 speed stress, 280,000 pulls 80,000 pounds. It's where the X19 becomes to changing. For context, the Cummins X15 delivers about 2,050 pounds-feet. The X19 shatters that benchmark, giving drivers the ability to tow heavier loads with fewer downshifts, smoother starts, and much better performance in extreme terrain. When diesel Cummins is sticking with their iconic inline-6. Why? Because it's inherently balanced, reliable, we helped easier to service. It allows of the longer crankshaft and better torque distribution than a V8 or V12. A brake flexibility, unlike traditional diesel, the X19 is the job to handle blended fuels, synthetic diesel, biodiesel, and even hydrogen-assisted combustion. These can also try to adapt it to future carbon reduction mandates for tree without sacrificing capability onto diesel the X. The X19 isn't just brawn, it's brainy. Modular expressional information started with built to fleets, turbos, injectors, or heads without disassembling the entire engine. Downtime, in-field serviceability, and message advanced cooling systems. Bigger power equals more heat, but the X19 handles it with multi-zone cooling, allowing it to regulate temperature across critical hotspots, especially helpful in desert climates or steep climbs where other engines might overheat. Smart dual fuel compatibility. This engine can operate with both standard diesel and hydrogen-enriched fuels. It's not experimental, it's production-ready. That makes it future-proof, giving fleet managers a bridge between fossil fuels and whatever's next. Next-gen after-treatment. While most emissions systems choke performance, the X19's integrated DPF and SCR system is tuned for minimal back pressure. That means it stays clean without sacrificing power or throttle response. All of these innovations make the X19 one of the most versatile engines ever built. It's not afraid of regulations or range anxiety. It's ready for anything. The X19 versus the industry. Here's why this engine matters. Most heavy-duty trucks today are caught between 3 options. Go electric, downsize for efficiency, or retire. But the X19 flips the script. It says, why not have power, efficiency, and future compatibility all in one package? EV rivals like Tesla Semi struggle with limited range under full load, often less than 300 miles, long charge times, and expensive infrastructure. The X19 powered truck can run 1,000 miles on a single tank, refuel in 15 minutes, and tow heavier. Competing diesel brands. Engines like the Detroit DD16 or PACCAR MX13 top out around 2,050 pound-feet of torque. The X19 blasts past those numbers by nearly 40%, offering undisputed towing supremacy. Abolish models. Even hybrid diesel-electric trucks struggle with power distribution and weight issues. The X19 says, just run cleaner diesel, get more power, and save complexity. This engine isn't here to follow trends. It's here to set the next decade's standard. What this means for truckers. For truckers on the front lines of America's highways, the Cummins X19 isn't just an engineering flex. It's a game changer. Whether you're a seasoned long hauler pushing 700-mile days or an independent operator balancing maintenance bills with monthly freight, the X19 promises the kind of reliability and control that the modern trucking world desperately needs. At the heart of it all, torque, mountains of it. The 2,800-pound seat figure isn't just for show. It means fewer gear changes when climbing steep grades, more confident passing maneuvers, and an engine that doesn't break a sweat when pulling oversized loads. Drivers won't have to white-knuckle through every hill or worry about power loss in crosswinds. The engine delivers. For owner-operators, the benefits go beyond performance. The X19's optimized combustion cycle and advanced turbocharging mean it sips fuel compared to its brute strength, especially under full load. That's where real savings kick in, not in empty mileage, but when you're hauling 80,000 pounds of freight up a mountain pass and still coming out with decent mileage. With fuel being one of the biggest operating costs in the business, every drop saved is dollars earned. But perhaps the most powerful promise the X19 makes is in its fuel flexibility. In an industry being pushed toward electrification and alternative fuels, most operators are hesitant to invest in tech that doesn't yet have the infrastructure behind it. The X19 bridges that uncertainty. It runs clean diesel today, can integrate hydrogen tomorrow, and doesn't force truckers into an all-or-nothing gamble. It's not just an engine, it's a strategic insurance policy against the unknown future of transport. And in a high-stakes world where uptime is money, Cummins is giving drivers and fleets exactly what they've been begging for: power, predictability, and peace of mind. A future classic. Legendary engines are never just about numbers, they're about impact. The Cummins 5.9-liter 12-valve earned its stripes for unstoppable reliability. The ISX-15 became a fleet favorite for balancing power and emissions. And now, in 2025, the X19 is positioning itself to do what none of them could alone: combine raw diesel muscle with modern intelligence, flexibility, and long-term viability. It's the first engine in Cummins' lineup to genuinely feel like it was engineered for the next 20 years, not just to pass current regulations. Every piece of the X19's DNA was carefully chosen to strike a rare balance. The road ahead. In 2025, most automakers are chasing trends. Cummins? They're building revolutions. The X19 is the boldest diesel ever dropped onto the commercial stage. Whether it's the undestrating of the last great internal combustion hero or the start of a nascent feature, a new diesel dynasty, one thing is clear. AIC states, this beast is built to rule the road. What do you think? Will the Cummins X19 dominate the decade or be the final roar of a diesel era? Smash that like button, hit subscribe for more gearhead deep dives, and drop your take in the comments below. Let's talk torque below.